Hey everybody, how's it going? Ron Watson, Positive Vibe, host of DiscDogger Weekly. This is episode 27, season 3, episode 7. Epi and I are gonna rock it out. We're gonna go back in time this week. We've got Marty McFly doing some puppy stuff back in the day. And we've got a couple of jams with Epi and Loot that are gonna outline Epi. Don't do that. And we got a couple of jams with Epi and Loot that are going to outline some handler movement. We're going to work on Bitework,
very nice.
bite criteria, puppies in particular, and some handler movement for team movement, flat work, and flow. So that's what we got going on this week. As always, the show's sponsored by Hero Disc USA and patrons of Positive Vibe. Thanks a ton. We wouldn't be doing this without you. To become a patron of Positive Vibe and get access to special patrons-only content and other goodies, hook up with us at the link below. All right, I think that's going to do it, Epi. Yeah, you ready? All right, enjoy the show. Good work. Wait. Here. Good. Rebound. Wait. Top. Wait. Stall.
Got a real attitude problem, McFly. You're a slacker. You remind me of your father when he went here. He was a slacker, too.
Yes, good man.
I said, hey, oh my, I'm reaching on. I said, hey, oh my, I'm dragging on. I said, hey, oh my, I'm reaching on.
Good man.
I got nothing left to do but say, I will always know.
Yes, good.
The river runs by my woods.
Very nice.
I will always know my salvation rests where I do now. My
Yes, good.
salvation rests where I do.
Yes.
My salvation
Yes.
rests
Okay.
the day will come when we put aside what grateful thing to lay our arms about it. How will you know when the time has come? I said, how will you know
Yay.
what grateful thing is gone? Trip through gritty days, shoot me up again, spit me out, but then it's my way out.
Yes, good.
I ripped through bitter days, shooting 65. Two takes me back 5 and it feels like home. I said, hey, oh my, I'm reaching on.
Yay.
I said, hey, oh my, I'm dragging on. I said, hey, oh my, I'm reaching on. I got nothing left to do but say, I will
Through. Mackay. Oh yeah. Easy. Easy. Gotta be careful, handsome. Yeah. Ready? Out. Through. Rut. Good. House. Through. Rut. Good. House. Fancy. Yep. Flat. Whoa. Come on, Appy. Fancy. Through. Rut. Yes. Good man. Fancy. Through. Rut. Good. Go. Through. Fancy. Good. All right. So how I'm standing matters, right? If you're the dog, if I'm standing here, I'm gonna pull you counterclock that way. If I switch, I'm gonna pull you clockwise in that direction. Okay, and what exactly is clock and counter? Clock and counter, this is really important. I think I freak people out all the time with the clock and counter thing. A lot of people think they want to use left and right, or I can't follow clock and counter, or I can't follow left and right. Clock and counter are defined very simply. They're always the same direction. Left and right is dependent upon the observer. And so with clock and counter, I think we have a cleaner description of which direction we're going to go. So right now, I'm going to say you guys are going clockwise, okay? Clock and counter is defined by where I'm looking, right? I'm the center of the clock. This camera is the 12 o'clock, right? That camera over there is roughly 9 o'clock. But I'm going to define clock and counter, or the clock number, based upon where my chest is. So when I turn here, the hero guy, right over there, is 12 o'clock. When I start over here, those jumps straight out there, that's 12 o'clock, right? And from there I have clockwise, going this way, and I have counterclockwise, going that way. From the hero guy, I have clockwise, and I have counterclock. From the camera here, I have counterclock. We're going from 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Good man, hands home, right? And from this camera, when I switch, you can see that we want to go 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. There's 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock. 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, this camera back here is at 6 o'clock. Define your clock by where you're facing. You're the second hand or the hour hand, and you will define where clock and counter starts. So if I'm standing here, okay, Epi, lie down. If I'm standing here, the camera on my right is at 9 o'clock or at 3 o'clock. The camera over here directly in front of me is at 12 o'clock, right? Here, I can do this a little more clean, right? So we have 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, right? So Epi right there, down. Epi is on counterclock right now. I'm facing 12 o'clock, I'm picking him up at roughly 3 o'clock, and I'll just keep pulling him. If I switch, I've just done a front cross. Now Epi is at 9 o'clock, my chest is at 12 o'clock, and I can pull him around going clockwise. So hopefully that's helpful as far as defining clock and counter. I know it's not easy, right? It's just not super easy to know which direction we're going at all times. If the dog is going in one direction, we're going in another direction. But again, I think clock and counter work much better for that.
So, removal from the hand. So I asked for the bite cue, get it. Get it. So no removal from the hand. If I just mark the bite, yes, good. Ouse, yes. Yes, good, very nice. Oh, no removal from the hand, no mark. Yes, good, removal from the hand. No removal from the hand, no mark. Yes, good. No removal from the hand. Yes, removal from the hand. Good girl. Yes, removal from the hand. Oh, no removal from the hand. Yes, good girl. Very nice. Okay, so he's got like a really weak bite. So it's probably, the removal from the hand is probably just going to be like that light, you know. So Prima never had removal from the hand as the mark. She always had the bite as the mark. So it'll be a little bit, like you'll see it a little bit different than what he is doing. Prima, come here. Prima, no shopping. Come here. So if you can see how light that is. Yes, good. That's what I mean by removal from the hand, is just that really slight little removal. You see how light my finger is on that? That's how you're gonna have to do it with him. Yes, good, very nice. Prima bud. Yes, good. Yes, good. And so now you can see she's starting to get it, that it's more about like removing it from my hand than biting it. Yes, good, very nice. Yes, good, very nice. Yes, good girl.
All right, so the first thing I'm gonna demonstrate is a Holger. So, wait right there, hoop, right? You can see that he goes that way. And I wanna hook up with him. If I turn 90 degrees to hook up with him, hoop, here, okay, that's the most efficient way to get there, right? So I'm standing here, I'm standing in this direction, wait, hoop, and then I turned here, 90 degrees to hook up with him. So that's nice, that'll work, but I can also, Mackay, catch, come on dude, ouse, Mackay, catch, yes, ouse, hoop. I can also turn 270 degrees, turn the opposite way, take the long way around. And that's what we call a Holger. Comes from way back in the day, Apryl and I were doing a seminar in Germany, Holger Berthmann. We asked them to do, I think it was an over and then turn. Oh no, it was ouse through and turn 90 degrees, right? And he went through and turned 270 degrees. And it was really cool, so we called it a Holger. A Holger is a super cool way to generate some dynamic handler movement. It looks really cool. The other day, I was working on a little session with Epi, I'm jamming a flash session, mine. And I kind of used a Holger. Let's see, it was after the heli in to front cross, Mackay. Heli in. Right, if I heli in and then front cross, let's do that again, Mackay. Heli in. Good. And then front cross, right? I'm not doing much, right? I'm just kind of phoning it in terms of my movement. So I went and changed that and I added a spin. So he's going this way. I'm going to throw here and I'm going to spin the other way. Mackay, heli in, boom, here. And that's going to give me my front cross. You can see that we went from clockwise to counterclockwise, hitting the front cross. I thought that was super cool, right? The turning the other way provides a front cross. And so my thought was that spinning provides a front cross. And then I kind of realized, well, that's a Holger. And so the Holger itself is going to provide the front cross. And I thought that was super cool. So Mackay, catch. Yes, good man. Aus, hoop. Yes, and I can turn here, and now I got a front cross that stops him. It stops him and changes his flank. If I turn with him there, aus, Mackay, catch. If I turn with him here, aus, hoop, boom, you can see how soft that is, and he's boom. You can see how soft that is, and he's working outside. He's way out here. But if I instead turn with a Holger, turn against his movement with the spin, Mackay. Yes, good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to freeze that flank. Aus, hoop. Boom, right here. Lock in that. Boom, right here. Lock in that flank. And you can see he's much more in line with me. So, handler movement. If we turn the other way, we front cross. Duh. Like so simple. Go. Front cross, essentially turning the other way. Mackay, if I turn here, oh yeah. Ready? Mackay, go, 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 go. Boom, lock him in. Handler movement, spin the opposite direction. Holger locks him in. All right, so let's take a look at this with the leg vault. Aus. Wait. Oops, I gotta move this. Wait. Pop. All right, so he's gonna go clock. He's gonna release. That's awesome, Epi. Yeah, you're a badass. He's gonna release clock, so he's gonna release that way. If I turn with him, I'll push him along his line. Top. Right, and I'll push him and it'll be a soft stoppage. I will accentuate his flank. But, if I spin the other way, what we'll see here is that he's gonna get sucked right back to me. We're gonna front cross to go in the opposite direction. Top. Boom, and I blocked him off and now we're real sharp and linear. Pretty awesome, Epi. Scoop. There's my move, my 90-degree move. Stall. Yeah. Oh wow, this is a little tough, guys. Not exactly my strong point. Lefty. Turn clock. Aus. Scoop. Aus. Scoop. Yes. Stall. Scoop. Wait. Stall. Awesome. Oh, good work.
Playing with that.
What's wrong, McFly? Chicken?
Oh, what happened? What you got? Yay, good job.
Yes, good. Yes.
cross, and how does the handler make it happen? Epi right now is in counterclock. You can see that my chest is at 12 o'clock, he's at 2 o'clock. If I pull him, he's gonna go to 1 o'clock, then to 12 and keep going. So right now we're in counter. If I turn and match and switch, now he's going clockwise. And that front cross happened by me moving. Left foot is behind, the whole plane of my body is pointing at 12 o'clock. If I step back with my left foot, the plane of my body points at 11, maybe, something like that. That's counterclock. Here I am, neutral at 12 o'clock. If I turn this way, we're now going clockwise. I'm pointing at about 2 o'clock. Again, clockwise being defined, or 12 o'clock. Again, 12 o'clock being defined by where my chest is if I'm square. So from here, 12 o'clock, if I switch and turn, we're now going clockwise. You can reach out with that left hand. There it is. Up. Good. Down. Awesome. Again, I'm at 12 o'clock. I step back here. Now we're going counterclock. I'm pointing at 10 or 11. Epi. Boom. Right? Down. Awesome. So here we are on counter. I switch. Now we're on clock. Handler switches. Now we're on counter. We can actually see him switch with me. And that's a front cross. That's how the handler manufactures a front cross. All right, Epi, go do dog stuff. All right, let's demonstrate sequence of teaching rut and flip, and through and flip. Rut is a backwards through. Okay, if I want to teach that, I want to go rut, yes, bite, good, and I want to present that bite right in front of my knee. Rut, yes, good, and I want the dog to feel as if the completion of the setup move is the bite. Rut, yes, bite, good man, yeah. And once he's conditioned to biting immediately upon the resolution of the setup move, I'll move that out a little bit. So instead of being right in front of my knee, I'll move it out here. You ready? Rut, yes, good. And now you can see his ass swing. We're really looking for that ass swing. We have rut, yes, bite. And then we have rut, yes, ass swing. And once he's swinging his butt around, right, reflexively, as the finish of the trick, rut, whoops, rut, yes, good. Now he's conditioned to finish that with a flinging or with an ass swinging bite. And once he's conditioned to that, we'll just lift it up, and he'll be conditioned to swing his ass, and he'll be conditioned to resolve the setup move with the flipping action. Ready? Right? Good. And he'll come up and he won't stop at the finish of the setup move. Same thing for the through and flip. I'll go through, yes, right out in front of the knee. Oh, yes. Through, yes, good. And you can see that ass swing starting. I'll put it a little more to the center to accentuate his butt swinging. Ready? Through, yes, good. And you can see him really swing that rear end around. And once he's conditioned to swinging that rear end around, ouse, yes. Through, good. He's reflexively finishing the setup move in order to fling and bite. We'll just change the fling and bite orientation to up. Through and flip. Good. Oh, that's beautiful, Epi. Yes. And I would recommend doing 100, 200 takes before the throw. You ready? Through and flip. Good. Because dog and handler need to know where that is reflexively before through and flip. Yes, good. Before making the toss. Ready? Ouse. Through and flip. Good. So now I know where and when that flip is going to happen, and so does my dog. Through and flip. Yes, ouse. Wow. Badass. Total badass. Yes, top. And carom. Good catch.